If you missed Solana season, you didn't. If you missed base season, you also didn't. You definitely don't want to miss Sui season. In today's video, I want to go over my suifolio and some of the different altcoins and microcaps that I am looking at, as well as how you guys can spot your own altcoin gems on Sui, as well as the complete thesis on why I think we are about to enter into a strong Sui season. So first, let's break it down with my Sui thesis. This has to do with the Phantom wallet integration. I want to show you guys this chart here. This chart shows the integration of the transactions on base chain as soon as Phantom was allowed or placed on there. This blue line is when Phantom integrated with base chain. You can see here base transactions basically doubled after this. And if you guys are kind of new to crypto and you guys haven't jumped around, Phantom is a crypto wallet that's predominantly used for the Solana chain. Several weeks ago, Phantom was actually ranked like number 3 or 4 in App Store downloads. So that just kind of shows you the size of Phantom. It was actually bigger than Coinbase at a certain point. So basically what I'm trying to show with this data point is a bunch of people already have a Phantom wallet on their cell phone. So integrating with Sui, it's like, oh, okay, well, I already have Phantom. I might as well go ahead and play around with Sui, which go ahead and leads me into the let's call it the third point, and then I'll go back to the second. It's the easy onboarding experience. You can get free USDC withdrawals directly from Coinbase. No fees, no costs. You can get native USDC directly onto Sui chain. It's really easy to do. You can also buy Sui directly on Coinbase as well and simply send that over to your Sui wallet, or in this case, it will be Phantom. And then lastly, the Sui price action, or quote unquote, the wealth effect. What I mean by this is as Sui price goes up, this brings liquidity on chain because the early buyers of Sui are like, whoa, I just had $1,000 in Sui, the price doubled, now I have $2,000 in my pocket. You have to think of these chains like a casino. The people that are on the chain and in the chain, those are the participants of the quote unquote casino. If they have a bunch of money in their pocket, they're likely going to spend it. If they have a little bit of money in their pocket, they're also likely going to spend it on chain. But at the end of the day, both of those guys are going to walk out of there with no money in their pocket. Let's go ahead and talk about some tips on how to find these different gems. The very first thing you guys want to look for is a good community. Obviously, this goes for utility coins and meme coins. A good community is typically going to be one that doesn't focus on the price, but it focuses on the narrative. If it's a particular meme in this, let's just give an example of like Ski Dog or Ski Mask Dog on base chain. The narrative is we want to be the number 1 dog on base. And of course, we love our mask and the mask always stays on. That's their narrative. They focus on that narrative. They focus on the dog. They focus on the mask. They aren't like, oh, dude, price just did a 10x today. I'm super bullish. They don't focus on the price. That's what you want to look for. You want to look for a community that focuses on their actual narrative. So that would define a strong community. Or if they're a utility coin, their actual utility, what they're trying to do. Next is you want to look for a good story. Be careful with going across with like some one-off memes or one-off tokens or one-off altcoins that don't even have a story or something that is just literally copy-pasted from another chain. An example of this would be like, oh, let's just do Dog with Hat on Sui because Dog with Hat worked on Solana. That's a horrible story. The reason why Dog with Hat is over on Solana, like a really good story, is because it started out of the trenches and people were like, oh, it's a cute dog. A lot of people faded this. And that's the whole story. As it went along and further along, the lore was built for it. So the lore is part of your story. If you have a lot of people that fade it, that becomes a hated rally. And then those people end up buying the token at higher prices. And then at that point, it's like, oh, wow, the dog is actually cute because the price goes up, when in reality, you're just enjoying the price gains. But again, you want to look for a good story. You also want to look for originality. Again, this goes back to the same thing. Dog with hat on Solana is whiff on Solana. Bringing that to Sui, that is not originality. I want memes that are original. I want things that were born on Sui. I want things that were started over there. I don't want something that is just like, oh yeah, this is literally just a copy from another chain. It worked on that other chain, so let's put it here too. Like, there is no ski mask dog on Solana. I mean, sure, you have dog with hat, but there's tons of dogs. These are two completely different things. And they have their own cult. They have their own community. They have a really good story on base. That's why it fits. That's why it works with ski mask dog. Each of these different chains are going to have their own narrative. And Sui is going to have several different coins, in my opinion, that will reach billions in market cap. And your goal is to spot those before they get to that market cap. Next, you want to look for a good holder distribution. This is not always the case, but this is definitely something to consider. Where it's not the case is a cabal coin. A cabal coin, by definition, is basically a small group of holders that got in really early. There are some insiders, and they basically started the coin and knew it was launching. Now, the reason why I say it's not always the case with the cabal is cabal coins can be a really good trade. Brett is an example of this on base. If you have a good cabal, they own a bunch of the supply and they don't sell. That is a good thing. So you're happy they own 99% of the supply because they aren't selling. If they aren't selling, they control the supply. Sure, you may not make as much gains as if you got in as early as they did, but you can still at least go for the ride. Me personally, I like to shoot for the community coins, but hey, the cabal coins, they will do something and they will usually reach extremely high market caps because, again, they have supply control. They own most of the supply. And I'll go over a couple of them in this video as well. Now, I want to show you this here. This is kind of a list of stuff so you can see the breakdown of what we're talking about. But the fifth part is if it's a utility coin, look for a good team. Be careful with the cash grabs. I want to share with you guys an example of one project that could be a cash grab. I don't know. I'm just sharing it out there, just showing you guys signs. You don't really know if these things are going to rug until time. So time is basically the teller of all stories. So if you're going to determine if these guys are a rug, usually they rug with time. So as time goes on, they want their cash, they cash out. So here's an example of one that just raised. It has a really good story, has a really good narrative, it has a really good concept. It's basically a AI play on Sui. So if you guys don't know what Virtuals is over on base. They've been building for years and years over on base, actually since like 2021 or something like that. So 3 years. And Sui AI, they just had their token sale. No, I did not participate, but they had their token sale and their price action is doing pretty well. But if you look on the holder base, it looks like there's like a wallet with 38 or 40% of the supply. So there's a lot of tokens that have still yet to be distributed. They're probably just vested tokens. And what's interesting is if you go to their Twitter page on Sui or Sui agents, whatever, they have 51 posts. Actually, yesterday it was like 10. And it says their account was created in December 2021. And if you scroll to their very first post, was like November 20th or something like that. And what this is telling me is like either they bought this Twitter account or they're hiding something. And usually when I see things like this, why are you coming out now with a project now that the Sui price action is doing well? And then you go on the website, it really looks like a huge cash. It literally looks like a big cash grab to me. But again, hey, KOLs are going to do what they're going to do. They're probably going to try to pump the coin. They get in early. They get a lot of the supply. They have vested tokens with them. And then it's like, okay, well, they're going to talk about the project. They're going to say, buy this coin. And then people watching their videos are probably going to buy this coin because, Sui is going nuts. It's awesome. And That's how the story goes. And at the end of the day, you end up getting rugged because they have a bunch of vested tokens and they're going to dump on your head. Just be careful with it. You can make some money with it. It may or may not do something. I don't know. Maybe it's a legit project. If you guys are watching this and you're in Sui AI, maybe you can share some threads, share some tweets. But from what I see, it's sus. But hey, to each their own. I just think there's better opportunities. But that's an example of one that could potentially be a cash grab. I don't know. Time will tell. But hey, just sharing that out. And last thing I want you guys to note is if you're not outperforming Sui, then it's not a gem. You're better off simply just holding the Sui token and just chilling, sitting on your hands and doing absolutely nothing. Now, I want to share with you guys some gems that I do like. These are not the only ones, but these are just some of them I'm going to share with you guys, and you guys can do your own research. Also, if you guys have your own gems, drop those in the comments below, especially the Sui ones. I love to check out the different altcoins, love to check out the memes, different projects, share them, would love to take a look. But again, let's go ahead and get into the list of the gems that I like. So the first one is SOG. This is Seal Dog. This one launched on Blue Move. Blue Move is basically like the pump fund of Sui, but it's literally just a dog with a towel on it. That's all it is. But the community is cool. They got some good vibes. They did have like a little FUD storm back in the day, and you can see the price action got absolutely roasted from it. But I wouldn't say roasted, but it had a huge retrace. It had a bunch of momentum, and then some of the early buyers were selling out, and that caused the price action of this. But that is SOG. The next one is Cat. This one is like the OG on Blue Move. This was one of the ones that took its day to fame. This one is one of my higher conviction plays that I do like. Cat is like currently priced around 20 mil or 21 mil or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, so this is Cat. This is priced around 15 mil. The price action, it's not going euphoric. It's not pumping hard. But hey, I do think Cat is one of those memes that is a sleeper. Even at 15 mil, I do believe it will be one of the stronger memes. But obviously, time will tell. We'll see what will happen. But they do have a pretty strong cult, pretty strong community over on Sui. The next one is suijak. This is kind of like the Wojak on Sui. It's basically the blue version of it. But they have a really cool community, and they have a good vibe. Susi. This one is pretty cool. This one gives me early think of it like Ponky on Solana. That's kind of what my feel is with Susi on Sui. But again, time will tell. But I do like this one as well as a community coin. Another one is Beeg the Whale. The art on this is really, really good. Beeg the Whale is kind of just like your, hey dude, I'm the Mog, or like it's kind of like the Mog of Sui is kind of how you can look at it. But if it's the theme of Sui, it's a whale. Sui is water, whale, water. You get the point. The next one is Cap. I would consider Cap kind of like your Tuker. So if you don't know what Tuker is basically kind of like a, I wouldn't call it digital media on Solana, but they do specialize in making video content. And that's kind of what I see with Cap. It's video content around their meme, which is that little, I don't know, beaver, I guess you can call it. What is this? Stop Cap. Yeah, it's just a cap beaver. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And then some Cabal coins that I do believe will do well. But hey, obviously time will tell to see how their Cabal is Axol. Axol is kind of like your Popcat. Think of it like Popcat over on Sui. And then you also have Lofi. So Lofi is also, in my opinion, a Cabal coin that is over on Sui. The easiest sign to tell if it's a Cabal coin is just look at the initial price action. If it just goes up a lot, like in the first initial innings of the launch of the token, it's usually just a bunch of insiders and early buyers getting in early on the trade. So if you're really needing something to spot if it's a Cabal, that's easily one of the top signs that you can look for. Now, some other utility coins that I like is Sonic. Sonic is a trading bot. This one's currently around $3.20 now, $3.30. We got in a bit earlier than that. All of these memes we were in earlier on that, but I just thought it's time to make a Sui video. But Sonic is a trading bot that you can kind of compare it to Banana Gun on Ethereum. And price action wise, it depends on how Sui does. If Sui does extremely well, I can definitely see Sonic getting into double digits, possibly even the triple digits in price action, just depending on how big it gets. The reason why I like this as a utility play is because if more people are playing the meme coins, more people will be playing with trading bots. Trading bots being used generates fees and so on. That's where you get into this utility play. Also, another utility play is Jai. This one is actually somewhat of a meme as well, but it's a AI play. And I categorize this under utility because, hey, why not? It's literally just like a AI play. It's almost like a fart coin or like AI 16Z. It's the same concept. It's not necessarily a meme, but it caters towards those AI guys, which is kind of their gateway drug into the meme coins. How is it a gateway? Well, they aren't willing to buy meme coins, but they are willing to speculate on a AI meme coin because there's a thesis involved, which is like, hey, this guy is going to be able to tweet all the time on Twitter. It might be like infrastructure for building other AI agents, etc. That's how you can put that story together. This one's not on the list, but this one's kind of a community coin as well, is Tism. I don't know. I just like the vibe. It's cool. It's cute. It's a little orange animal. Good story. I don't know. I just vibe with it. I like it. It's kind of like a misfit play. I'm the dude who likes the misfits. Another Cabal coin I didn't list on here was Uni. Uni is basically the dog of the Sui founder, and it's UNI. That's all it is. Now, some degen coins I like are S Pepe, Bish, like burnt fish from RuneScape. I mean, come on, bro. Chad and Suigma. So to show you these, where is Bish? Rex is cool too. Bish. Okay, so here's S Pepe. So you have Pepe and then you have S Pepe. This one is degen. I see this more as a trade. S Pepe is the original Pepe that was on Sui. This one came out like a year and 7 months ago. So it's a really old coin. I like the old coins because it allows the Jeters to get out, which is good. But this is the Pepe on Sui. The reason why I'm sharing these things is every other chain, they have some form of Matt Fury meme on it. Solana has Mumu. ETH has Pepe. Base has Brett. Avalanche has Landwolf. Every single chain has their own somewhat Matt Fury meme. I don't know if it's Pepe. Maybe it's Whale, Matt Fury's Whale. But that coin is like dead. But Pepe seems to have some momentum. So there's Pepe and S Pepe. I don't know which one of these will win or even if any of them will win, but I have exposure to each of these. And all of these coins I talk about, besides the Cabal coins, I don't have exposure to those, but I have exposure to them. And there's several others that I didn't even list here, but just sharing with you guys a list of them so you guys can see what's up. Nami is also a cool one as well. It's cute. Sui Nami. So here's another degen one that I didn't even list is crab with knife. I don't know if it'll do something. It's completely rug, but I thought it was goofy. It reminds me of crow with knife over on Chronos chain, but that was back in the day. So the other one that I do have on the list is Suigma. Think of this like Sigma, but this is on Sui. So Sigma Chad, Sigma, Suigma. Guys, don't overthink it. It's Suigma. And then Chad. This one is simply just think of it like your Giga, but this is on Sui. So it's just Sui Chad. Again, these are degen. So, hey, to each their own. And then lastly is Bish. Guys, it's RuneScape Fish. I used to play RuneScape all the time. This thing is iconic. This is nostalgic to me. I mean, I'm willing to donate to them. Donate as in like, hey, I'll buy some of the coin. Hopefully you don't dump on me, but hey, it's a Bish. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Those are some of the Sui gems. Those are how you guys can spot some of the altcoins. And if you guys have any Sui gems that you guys like, please share them in the description or in the comments below, and I will check them out. And if you guys would like to join the exclusive Discord to see what I'm doing and get in some of the plays that I just shared today before I even show them on YouTube, then you guys can join in the Discord below. And let's go ahead and hit you guys with Proverbs chapter 19, verses 9. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will perish. Be good, be righteous, hold to your integrity, hold to your honesty. Peace out, guys.